Good morning. And to those among you who are friends, family, and supporters of our graduates, welcome to the University of Manchester. And to those of you about to graduate, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to wait a few more minutes while we talk to you. Sometime in the last century, I'm sad to say, I sat in a hall very like this one, while an old guy in a strange medieval outfit and wearing a funny hat delivered a speech. It was a fine, warm day, a bit like I hope today might turn out to be, and I recall where our family went for dinner that evening. But I've absolutely no recollection of who the old guy in the funny hat was, nor do I remember a single word that he said. So I know where I stand. Maybe he was really interesting. Possibly he imparted words of great wisdom, and I would have had a better career if I'd listened. I don't know. But think about it. Why would you pay heed to an old guy in medieval dress topped by a funny hat? I suppose I could appeal to your respect for age and experience. After all, the Bible says, those who are older should speak, for wisdom comes with age. But I'm willing to bet that each of you knows an individual, maybe even within your own family, for whom that aphorism is not even remotely true. So, I know you'll forget what I have to say. You know it, possibly already written it off. But we're here, we have a ritual to perform. I've got my few minutes on the stage, and I'm going to talk to you. So, a question. Was it worth it? The final exam question I want to ask of those of you about to graduate, the last of many, many questions you will have answered here in this place. Was it worth it? It's what we often ask after paying for an experience, let's say a dinner at a good restaurant, a family reunion, or best of all, a football match. And being complex animals, we don't reach obvious or easy answers. The food at the dinner could have been truly awful, but you strike a great business deal, so it's worth it. The family reunion cost you a fortune, as they do. Somebody spilled red wine on the good carpet, but you mended fences with your awkward sister, thus making the experience worth it. The football match involved a long and costly trip to an inaccessible part of Eastern Europe. The match was dreadful, a wallet was lost, you had a terrible hangover the next morning, the flight home was delayed, but your team won the game, and so, of course, it was all worth it. So what about university? Has it been worth it? Well, of course, we at the University of Manchester certainly think a degree is worth it. It would be a problem if we didn't. Not because you pay as a fee, but thank you very much anyway, but because we believe passionately in education as a personal and societal good. It's been said, if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. And that is as true for individuals as it is for societies. In large part, of course, our reputation as a world-leading university depends on you spreading the word that your degree has been worth it. We need your future employers to think that a University of Manchester education delivers quality graduates. And we hope that society in general will benefit from the intellectual rigor and the set of socially responsible values that we seek to encourage. Now, of course, a key ingredient in your education has been your teachers. Albert Einstein, who once lectured here, said, "I never teach my students, I only attempt to provide the conditions in which they learn," which is true up to a point, but it fails, of course, to recognize the huge skill and effort that lies behind inspiring teaching. None of us make intellectual journeys alone, not even Einstein. And I hope you will remember those teachers who opened the doors that led to you discovering new ways of thinking about the world. It's also very likely that family supporters and even school teachers encouraged you on this journey, precisely because they believed that a university was a good idea, that it would be worth it. Possibly some of them had second thoughts as costs mounted, results faltered as they sometimes do, and half-told tales of what you got up to sounded the occasional alarm bell. It also may be true that on the what next after university question, you've remained a little vague or even entirely silent. But in spite of those wobbles, your family and supporters are here today, contributing to the celebration, adding their acclamation to the value or the worth of what has been achieved. Some of you may have seen the film Good Will Hunting, about an undiscovered mathematical genius in which one of the characters says to Will, "Some people can't believe in themselves until someone else believes in them first." Well, these people here are the ones whose belief and ongoing support helped get you here. So perhaps you'd like to join me in showing your appreciation of the family and friends and supporters who've been by your side throughout your studies. Thank you very much indeed. But back to you. What do you think now that you're about to graduate? Has it been worth it? You've invested time, effort, money, and what do you have in return? Consider Warren Buffett's observation that price is what you pay, value is what you get, and what you get, of course, is a degree. Now, some critics try to assess that value crudely, seeking to track every pound spent and weighing it up against career earnings over a lifetime. Obviously, we want you to have a fulfilling career and to be well rewarded for your work. And it's worth noting that 60% of UK industry leaders have humanities and social science degrees. Yet, some of you may consciously choose a path that does not lead to great riches, preferring instead a career that makes a lasting difference in the lives of others, or one that places other forms of personal fulfillment above income. And all of these options, including the pursuit of wealth, are entirely legitimate career routes. But there is so much more that comes with your degree. If you've gained friendships, broadened your understanding, learned from setbacks, acquired deep knowledge, honed your tolerance of others and their ideas, absorbed lasting values, tested your character, discovered your limitations, added to your skills, explored your talents, and determined on a course of action, then your time here has been well spent. And on that point of action, think about the words of the Victorian philosopher Herbert Spencer, who wrote, "The great aim of education is not knowledge, but action." So what now? The US statesman Henry Kissinger observed, "Each success only buys an admission ticket to a more difficult problem," which is where you are now, facing another problem. 3 years at university for an undergraduate degree, for some, and another year as a master's student, and for those who are truly crazy, further 4 years to do a PhD. And then 4 decades to pay off a mortgage and earn a pension. Is that what it's all about? Is that what awaits you in this fast-changing world where new jobs are being created and old ones are fast disappearing? What next, and how will you cope? When will you get the job you desire, and when will you become the boss? In what sectors will you work, and in what countries will you live? Will you marry, and how often? Will you have children, and will you send them here to the University of Manchester to study? When will you bank your first million, and when will you gift your first million to the University of Manchester? Well, there are so many choices to make. As Dumbledore says in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, I imagine you studied that in English, it is not our abilities that show what we truly are, it is our choices. So think carefully about the choices you must make and take some time to make them, for in the end, they will define you. So, whatever you do with the rest of your lives, we'd like to think you will stay in touch with the circle of alumni that is your own particular band of brothers and sisters, also with your teachers and with this university that has helped to shape and to form you. And one day, we may seek your expert advice, or your help in opening a door, or that you support an underprivileged student. And as to the question the old guy in the funny hat asked at your graduation, it is far, far too early to say whether or not your time at Manchester has been worth it. No one can answer that question when the journey has not yet begun. Thank you.
Vice President, colleagues, graduands, and your families and friends, as Head of English Literature, American Studies and Creative Writing, I'm delighted to congratulate those of you graduating today on your success in obtaining your degrees. Colleagues in the school are extremely proud of what you have achieved. They have worked closely with you for 3 or 4 years or more. Some of you graduating today have studied with us for your BA, MA, and PhD programs, meaning that you've shown loyalty to the university and the school for over 7 years. You've become very much part of our academic community. Many of you who are being awarded a PhD today have also been graduate teaching assistants, working alongside us in teaching our undergraduates, so that you are valued colleagues as well as our inspiring students. We hope that you have found your time here intellectually stimulating, because whatever else studying for a degree gives you, the experience should have been one where you found yourself both challenged and excited. I'm extremely grateful to my colleagues for having given you that experience. For many of you, I have no doubt, it will have transformed your lives, though you may not know it yet. I'd therefore like to ask you to join me in thanking the teaching and support staff for all their efforts and dedication during your time with us. This ceremony is held in our magnificent Whitworth Hall, testimony to a remarkable tradition of philanthropy and social responsibility, which reminds us of the bold Victorian hopes and aspirations for our university. It also reminds us that the subjects that you study for your degrees have a long and distinguished record at this institution. When the university was first founded, English was one of the degree subjects offered, decades, it must be said, before Oxford and Cambridge, for, quote, the general cultivation and discipline of the mind. Manchester also pioneered the study of American studies in the UK and has been teaching it since 1947. Creative writing has been taught here since the 1990s, and in 2007 we established a Centre for New Writing, now one of the world's leading centres for the creation and exploration of creative writing. And it was recognised last year by the designation of Manchester as a UNESCO City of Literature. Over the past 3 years, many of you, or at least many in your families, will have wondered what a degree in a humanities subject was for, whether it was a wise investment, especially in the current economic climate. It was arguably the best decision you have made so far in both personal and professional terms, and one that I'm convinced you won't have cause to regret. As the philosopher Martha Nussbaum cogently argues, the study of arts and humanities fosters the critical thinking necessary for independent action and intelligent resistance to authority, and enables the development of qualities such as imagination and empathy, which are the essential foundations of democracy. The humanities are not just a broad spectrum of fascinating and ever-growing texts, topics, and artifacts. They are also, and perhaps even more importantly, a form of knowledge, a specific approach to all aspects of the human experience, at the individual and social level, which is based on unquenchable curiosity, relentless exploration of facts, and sophisticated interpretation. In a world where the frontier of knowledge is arguably changing faster than at any time in human history, this foundation of critical thinking will be the most precious skills you have acquired here, and the one that will enable you to branch out in many different directions over the course of your life with full confidence in your abilities. But let me put this concept another way. In the words of our own professor of creative writing, Jeanette Winterson, quote, "The imagination and creativity, which are the hallmark of the humanities, are not the flowers on the table. They are not even the table. They are the very ground on which we stand as human beings. If creativity is a luxury, human beings are a luxury too." Or she continues, "That is what literature offers, a language powerful enough to say how it is. It isn't a hiding place, it is a finding place." This is also why, unsurprisingly, arts and humanities graduates are also much sought after in the labour market. Last year, we hosted a lecture and seminar by Sir John Cunliffe, Deputy Governor of the Bank of England and previously at the Treasury. He's one of the country's most senior and respected policymakers. He talked about the invaluable grounding that his study as an undergraduate at Manchester gave him. He graduated with a BA in English Literature with a final year project on Oscar Wilde and the Bible. The ability to dissect a text or an argument, intellectual curiosity, a taste for the unexpected, the willingness to engage with multiple points of view, cultural traditions and aspirations are the defining features of an arts graduate, and the reason why students of English, American Studies and Creative Writing are among the most highly employable of all graduating students. All of our degrees embrace the rich intellectual benefits of interdisciplinary study, and as the students graduating today in global health demonstrate, our interdisciplinary work reaches well beyond the humanities to the medical school. Our Humanitarian and Conflict Response Institute, which runs the Global Health Programme, is a supreme example of that. In 2016, the Institute was recognized as a collaborating center for the World Health Organization, and its students have been active around the world in humanitarian crises, including working with refugees in Calais. HCRI has advanced its research collaboration with Save the Children, Médecins Sans Frontières, and the Red Cross through joint programs such as the Global Health one. Today, the first cohort of the pioneering interdisciplinary BSc in International Disaster Management and Humanitarian Response is graduating. Congratulations to this group of pioneers in the school's newest undergraduate program. Whether you've studied literature and culture or the history and practice of humanitarianism, what unites you is an interest in what makes us human and what it is to be part of humanity. Many of the degree programs you have studied examine the most controversial and exciting topics of the time, such as issues of gender and sexuality, the relationship between the local and the global, and our ethical responsibilities to other societies. They signal the university's commitment to exploring the grand challenges of the day, and they ensure that you will become ready to engage with fellow human beings in a responsible, aware, and intellectually astute manner. We believe deeply in the educational mission of the university, and I'm therefore pleased to announce that the school will again offer this year a £3,000 bursary to any student graduating from the university with a first-class degree who registers on one of our MA programs. Graduation is also a time to celebrate distinguished achievement. Students this year have produced some outstanding work, and I am pleased to announce the following prizes. The Outstanding Achievement Award is awarded to James Chalmers. Wait, there's more. The following students have been awarded the Dean's Award for Achievement: Julia Kiemler-Gabe, Jennifer Small, Tamsin Hull, Anna Daphnis, Callum Oliver, Katrine Stewart, George Flesher, Dorothy Munt-Leach, Rebecca Bevington, Madeline Wedge-Bull, Johal Gurnak, Michael O'Donoghue, Hannah Jaffar, and Callum Jackson. The Kaiser Prize for Best Performance on American Studies and the Long Essay is awarded to Anthony Scott. The Jessie Davis Candell Prize for Best Overall Performance on the History and American Studies program is awarded to Michael O'Donoghue. The Fay Mitchell Prize for Best Overall Performance on the English Literature and American Studies program is awarded to Lucy Stockdale. The Dennis Welland Prize for Best Overall Performance on the American Studies program is awarded to George Flesher. The Edith Wilson Prize for Best Overall Performance on the English Literature and Creative Writing program is awarded to Holly Pollard. The Samuel James Woodall Prize for Best Overall Performance on the English Lit program is awarded to James Chalmers. The Alan Lewis Prize for Poetry is awarded to Amy Way. The Gissing Prize for Fiction is awarded to Chloe Ware. The Robert Bolt Prize for Screenwriting is awarded to Sufiyan Salam. The Burgess Prize for Non-Fiction is awarded to Gurnak Johal. Jennifer Small and Heidi Parks-Smith are awarded the HCRI Prize for Academic Excellence, and the HCRI Prize for Citizenship goes to Olivia Harper. Julia Kiemler-Gabe and Emily Dast are awarded the HCRI Prize for Outstanding Dissertation. On a more practical note, the school's web and social media officer has asked me to remind you that the school is running a graduate selfie competition, so please tweet us your selfie if you want to take part. I should note, however, that selfies should not be taken during the ceremony. So, after the ceremony, I invite you to join colleagues for a reception in the graduation marquee outside. As you receive your diploma, you enter a new phase of your relationship with the University of Manchester. We very much hope that you will continue to be an active part of the extended community of alumni and supporters, to nurture an interest in the life of the university and the students who walk in your steps, to take pride in the collective achievements of this great institution. The loyalty, support, and goodwill of our students is the foundation of our future. Please keep in touch with us and visit us when you are back in Manchester. We wish you the very best of luck for the future and look forward to hearing how you are doing. Thank you. Vice President, on behalf of the Senate of the University, I present to you, for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Afaf Mohsen Al-Humadi. Also graduating as a President's Doctoral Scholar, Lucy Burns. Federica Coluzzi. Anissa Jabin Nasir Jafar. Helen Ann Kilburn. Usma Malik. Patrick Massey. Amanda Susan McCorkindale. Joseph Morton. Malgorzata Maria Polanska. Also graduating as a President's Doctoral Scholar, Laura Catherine Schluter. Also graduating as a President's Doctoral Scholar, William David Sims. Laura Margaret Swift. And for the degree of Master of Arts in Creative Writing, Kirsty Louise Dodd. Afsana Haddadi. Julia Elizabeth Humphreys. Jane Catherine Wilson. And in English Studies, Contemporary Literature and Culture, Beverly Diane Priestner. And in Humanitarianism and Conflict Response, Rahab Fawaz Al-Malki. And for the degree of Master of Science in International Disaster Management, Vaid Mushtaq. Bart Veneman. And in International Disaster Management, Jakub Jezierski. Rabina Saeed. And for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in American Studies with Honors, Laura Zarina Ali. Sunny Ashworth. Lily Blackler. Isabel Cottle. Caitlin Firmston Odell. George Alexander Flesher. April Portia Higgins. Ailsa Lowry Jones. George James Kennedy. Betty McNally. Anna O'Malley. Felicity Patterson. Ella Lucia Piccioni. Shifra Beth Ann Power. Margaret Ann Ramos. James Veacock. Emma Wainwright. And in American Studies with Film Studies, Caitlin Norbury. And in American Studies with German, Martina Susanna Zablauska. And in English Literature, Mirren Catherine Adams. Joseph Amrusi. Sophia Gabrielle Ashby. Syra Baksh. Lily Ball. Lucy Elizabeth Bell. Rebecca Bevington. Jessica Blair. Robert William Oliver Boddy. John Bodie. Jordan Brunel. Lola Byam Shaw. Augustus Cass. Matthew William Carter. Georgia Challoner. James Chalmers. Tom Chambers. Matongo Chiabi. Courtney Conway. Alexander Dominic Corns. Alice May Crowley. Emily Davis. Kitty Louise Doherty. Henry Duffy. Oshani Fallows. Hope Farmer. Kate Louise Fawcett. Joseph Folan. Jacob Gartside. Isabella Gasparo. Georgia Gordon. Ella Green Williams. Claudia Hampton. Oliver Hastings. Georgia Hickey. Charlotte Amy Huff. Samuel Albert Howard. Charlie Hunter Blair. Lucy Hutchison. Khadija Jamil. Jacob Stephen Joseph Johnson. Rosemary Sanchita Johnson. Ruby Margaret Johnston. Jasmine Ketch Neumann. Nicholas Kettle. Holly Kathleen Christabel Katuru. Joshua Lane. Torren Finian Lochhead. Eleanor Maxwell. Samantha May. Joseph McGavin. Florence Rose McGillivray. Thomas Nixon. Louis Pesher. Daniel Phillips. Emily Pite. Jessica Porter. Eloise Prendergast. Orla Diana Quilligan. Asha Phoenix Ray. Alexander Patrick Campbell Ross. Sufiyan Ahmed Salam. Gabrielle Sanderson. Michael John Joseph Scott. Ella Searle. Jessica Ruth Steele. Catherine Stewart. Laura Swain. Ruth Tattershaw. Cara Thompson. Jacob Vernon Thompson. Charlotte Turtle. Saffron Valada Bilson. Fleur Voice. Helen Wiles. And in English Literature and American Studies with honours, Molly Isabella Bray. Honor Louise Collins. Lucy Downing. Louise Rebecca Earle. Sarah El Said. Aaron Louis Georgiou. Amy Rose Hagan. Grace King. Jamini Laka. Alice Georgia Logan. Molly Maple. Isabel Georgia Meisel. Sade Omeji. Edward Ashford Palmer. Molly Rose Shea. Lucy Stockdale. Anna Louise Tompkinson. And in English Literature with Creative Writing with honours, Harrison Devoy. Amy Elderkin. Beth Evans. Thomas Forrest. Eleanor Grant. Gurnak Singh Johal. Cheryl Kilvington. Taiba Malik. Christopher David Roberts. And in English Literature with Film Studies with honours, Lucia Canizaro. And in English Literature with History of Art with honours, Ella Josephine Skinner. And in English Literature with History of Science, Technology and Medicine with honours, Hannah Jaffa. And in History and American Studies with honours, Saima Akhtar. Phoebe Fliss. Edward James Horton. George Humphreys. Callum Jackson. Sarah Longwell. Samuel Nero. Michael Sean Leonard O'Donoghue. Oisin O'Malley. Ruby Quinnell. Anthony Scott. Bronte Simpson. Leah Watley. Catherine Wadham. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science in International Disaster Management and Humanitarian Response with honours, Poppy Adamson. Heather Elizabeth Bentley. Lucy Cook. James Crozier. Emily Dast. Lindsay DeRoos. Chloe Catherine Kelleher. Leticia Molinedo Trujillo. Simon Nui. Francesca Perry. Ria Rembadi. Daniel Richards. Joseph Michael Stoneman. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science, Intercalated Award in Global Health with honours, Alexandra Bayard. Venkatesh Desai. Peter Jones. Wing Yu Leung. Jack Lyon. Neve O'Hara. Sylvia Osahan. Akul Purohit. Amira Selant. Jennifer Small. Eleanor Lindsay Tripp. Chloe Emily Vijaya Suraj. Camilla Rian Walker. Madeline Wedge Bull. And for the degree of Bachelor of Science in International Disaster Management and Humanitarian Response with Arabic with honours, Margot Rennes Juliette Leblanc. And in International Disaster Management and Humanitarian Response with French with honours, Isabelle Yves Kidda. Heidi Ann Parks Smith.
Good, that wasn't so bad, was it? Some very serious faces coming up onto the platform. But we got through it. You've all got, I hope, the right degree. Nobody fell on the stairs. And it only remains for me to, one more thing. You can put your hats on now. So please do. Good, but remember, we're not in an American college movie, so they're not for throwing in the air. It only remains for me, therefore, to thank you all for coming. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day here in Manchester. And to those of you on this side of the hall, congratulations once again. Have great careers, wonderful lives, and please do stay in touch. I now declare this ceremony at an end. Thank you.